Hello and welcome back to another episode of Farming Life at the Fort. So just to get real quick into it, on today's video we will be scanning the heifers, or we'll be scanning cattle to see if they're in calf, and then we'll be doing the herd test next week, so that'll probably be in the same video as well. So Mum is coming along here now. I'll be scanning mainly the heifers and some cows. Mum's here making faces at me. Jessie? I wasn't finished my sentence. Hi ho, hi ho. Ah, these vlogs. No, this can't be going. Hurry up. Okay, so we're off now to the second farm. We've got Jessie in the back, we've got Mum in the front. We are going to start scanning. So we've got 160 cattle to scan today. We have some more to be scanned. I think it's in April or in a few weeks anyways. Basically we have got a good few young stock bulls, so 2 new stock bulls that we showed you before, and they've all gone out with also heifers, so we have a lot of heifers this year. So we're hoping that they're all in calf. I was going to say in kid, in calf, so that's what we're doing today. So yeah, we also have the goats to scan and see if they're in kid, and whatever goats are in kid we will be selling them off as milking goats, so goats for people who are setting up their own or expanding their herd. So that's the plan. And also in today's video we should have the herd test, so that's next Wednesday. Yeah. Next Wednesday, so probably by the time the video gets out we'll have that one on this video as well. So I'll try and get as much footage as I can, and yeah, that's it.
That door was open when I came over. I bet they put something to it. I put a digger bucket in front of it.
That other gate, that small gate that was hanging there.
What's this? Cheap?
90. Ça sert à rien, mais ça m'amuse.
Pardon?
De dire les sexes.
Ah oui. Do you want to know? No, do you want to know?
Oui, oui. Oui, oui, oui.
Si vous pouvez, oui.
Tu filmes?
Oui. YouTube.
Hein?
C'est le même prix.
Plus cher, hein? J'ai des droits.
If they're vide, gratuit.
No.
D'accord. Ça va être toute pleine, hein?
Then he'll tell you they're all plain.
50.
That comes of that.
75.
You're cold. I'm freezing. Shh, quiet.
80. 70. Les jumeaux.
Что? А ты?
65. Ah.
You have to hold it up.
55. Ah. 60. Ah.
Yeah. You don't watch it out.
Move the camera. Here, Laura, turn it off if you. Yeah, thanks, man.
Oh, you can put them up for sure.
Good girl, Jessie. Very good.
Très bien. Très bien.
Very good.
25 or 6, isn't it?
Well, what do you think of today's day scanning?
Good. Not so bad. Not so
Very
bad.
good. Cows very good. Heifers is maybe
Yeah.
Young bull.
10,
Not bad.
10 that weren't.
So,
I'm going to
other
put
than that, hair test next. Then die.
So good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday morning. So today is the day of the herd test. So I don't know how much filming I will get done today. So I said I better get a head start. Set up a few cameras. Basically, we're just taking the blood out of the cow's tails. So I have to test all the herd, and yeah, so that will be going on today. So this morning, Dad is just up there feeding the cattle and bedding them. Mum is on the second farm feeding the cattle, and I am feeding the goats and the calves. So now that the dogs have gone to the bathroom, it is time to get started. You try and film with that.
Yeah.
You're 26 now, you can do better.
I should have the all done.
He can.
She's going to need a...
Voilà. Toc.
Jessie in her favourite spot, the Jeep, waiting to be brought somewhere.
Okay, hair test is over. Thanks be to God. good bit of organising, but it all ran smoothly. We just have ran 4 cows up the chute. The rest are all locked in, and I find that a great job. Less stress. 268 tested in little under 3 hours. That's not bad. And there's no cattle jumping up on top of one another or baiting cattle or anything. I just want to show you here a bit about the locking barriers, or in France they're called cornadies. So these ones, they work well, but they're very dangerous. Here, and I'll show you the other one. When that goes over like that, it's in locking position. If a base goes down, an animal goes down, and even if you release this, it can't release because she's jammed in there. Now I show you on the better type ones that it releases. So anyone that's going to buy it, make sure to buy the good ones. Now we never had a problem, but young cattle, I don't mind these. These are oldish, well, 4 or 5 years old, and they're not as panicky. But young cattle in these, you have to be very careful. So you can buy them over here for next to nothing, and they were on this farm. But I'll show you the good ones now in a few minutes. So this shed had all barriers like this. Now we're going to change them as well. We're just having time. We'll put in some for the test. So we'll take them out now in another few days. We'll have all the rest of them. We bought these second hand to put in here. They actually weren't that dear. But these ones, we had all the cows locked in here. The problem with these, with young calves, they come out through with their weanlings or young small cattle. So when you get used to these, they're absolutely a dream. I wouldn't be able to manage without them. Even though we do use the chute in the summer, you kind of have to use the cattle chute more, because when you bring young cattle in out of the field, even unless you put them in the shed for a couple of days, they won't all lock their heads, so you will have to use the chute in the summer. But when they're in the shed this time of the year, you never have to stress them putting them outside or anything. They just lock themselves in. And plus it's great to calm down cattle as well. So I'll show you the other locking barrier now. These are the Rolls Royce locking barriers. No bother, lock them into place, which is you just click in, and they don't make much noise. Now there's no, you will work without all this, but they are the bee's knees, as we call it. Here then is where I'm on about. If one gets locked, falls down there, if you have a problem, you can release it and she'll pull her head back. But the other one, you can't release it. She's stuck there and you have an awful problem. So getting back to the testing, like I said, we only have to test any animal over 2 years of age. Today we did about 260, I think, cattle tested. We have over here then, you don't have to test all your cattle. There's a percentage we don't have to test. But the vet said it would be better to test a few more in case there would be a few of the bloods not up to scratch. So we tested a few more. But if we were told, we never had any problem. We never had any problem with cattle going down on the test. But we asked a vet a lot, and they said if you have one or two, if you have a one that goes down, they take her away, you get the full price, and you're back up. Now, if you go down with brucellosis over here, which is not in the country, there is an odd herd goes down, they take the whole herd off you. But never heard of anyone having that problem. All in this area. Now we had some people came to buy some of our heifers where they had that problem, but they were fully compensated and they actually got more for their cattle than they were worth, they said. So that worked out well. Now there's a channel that I had to watch on YouTube, 4 Wind Farms, and they're having an awful bad run of it. And lucky enough, the farmer is well established. If it was a young farmer, he'd be gone out of business. And they have, I think 50, maybe the numbers are wrong, I think there's about 50 cows gone in a stock bull, and they're only getting about 500 pound an animal, which I think that is a disgrace, and they're an island, I don't blame them. So, like I said, I don't know who's coming up with these ideas. For that farm, they were talking about, for that farm, there are 4 or 5 people employed, and to put them out of business, only seems to be a good farmer and he has other interests. So it's not like that here. It's something similar thing, and in Ireland, the same thing. If you go down with in the test, you're held up for years. Here, if you go down with IBR, if you have problems with IBR, which that is over here, touch wood, we don't have it. What do you call it? It's just put on your card that you're not IBR free, but you can still sell the cattle the same as normal. Okay, other breeders won't buy off you, but they'll go to Italy and be slaughtered, and you're not really affected at all. But it's better to be, if you want to be selling reproductors or in-calf heifers, you just wouldn't be able to do that. So that's just telling you the bits that goes with this hair testing. It's over now. Well, we haven't the results back, but hopefully it should be okay. And just telling you about the locking barriers, I think we use them a lot, and cattle get used to them. And I think besides having our cattle crushers and hammering and baiting cattle up and down, and cattle can get injured, that seems to be all free of it. So, or for sorting out cattle is a dream as well. So that's all I think on that. If I think of something else, I'll tell you.
He thought of something.
Okay, so just going back to the testing again on what's happening on 4 Wind Farms. There's just the chap there on that, he talks about it a lot. Nice. And the farmer is going to have to dig deep into his pocket, because that guy has some eye for cattle. He's able to tell them now when they're able to calve cows and all. So nice channel, we watch it, and along with other channels. So that's all.
Okay, so the lorry driver has just arrived to collect the Zetter tractor going back to Ireland.
Oh, here is the Zetter off the Tipperary, and a brand new curtain setter. The old guy, the older didn't have a canary, because he's living in the country. So we had it up on our own trailer and then straight home. We don't have to look there.
Oh, Jesse. You get to film with the new camera now.
Huh? Oh, alright. Hey, the Wexford. For YouTube. Okay. My friends, hello Ireland, Tipperary. I don't think when that whole guy bought that tractor that it should end up in Ireland. but that's the way life is. I never thought when I was in Ireland I'd be in France, and I used to always give out to the teachers when they were trying to teach me French in school. I said, I'll never need French. Okay.